So maybe you've gotten inconsistent text. You've kind of been the first one to chase your specific person. You always prioritize your specific person. You're the first one to watch his stories on Instagram or see his posts. And you often find that he makes little to no effort. Maybe you don't even hear from him. Maybe he sends you a text here and there. He likes your Instagram story one day. He sees your Instagram stories once in a blue moon. So you're getting inconsistent behavior from this person, and it's not fun. I get it. So what does manifesting consistent, loving relationships look like versus hot and cold relationships? So when you find yourself on the hunt for that perfect romantic relationship, even with a specific person, it's easy for us to fall into the trap of trying to manifest your ideal partner by slipping into a state of, I am loved and seen. So you convince yourself that if you just wear the state like a tailored suit, the love of your life will magically appear. But what happens when that carefully constructed state you've been walking in starts to feel threatened? Now, don't hit the panic button. It's actually a golden opportunity, a ticket to a much needed revelation, really. So this unsettling experience urges you to look inward at something more authentic, something unshakable. And that is the true source of certainty. So that state you've been carrying around like a shiny new purse, it was always just a mirage, a distorted reflection of you. It was borrowed temporarily, like a flashy costume that was never your style. It really wasn't your style. So when it comes to manifesting anything you want, let's say your perfect romantic relationship, it's not about perfecting the art of wearing that I am loved and seen by this person state. Instead, it's about seeing through the illusion of states altogether and recognizing the empowered, infinite, and loving true self you are beyond all states. So from this vantage point, the secure state of feeling loved and seen naturally arises without you having to willpower or discipline your way into wearing that state. So how do you tap into this deeper understanding and shift your focus from striving for a particular state to embracing the infinite loving self, which is the God self that lies beyond it? First, take a step back and look at the thoughts and feelings that arise in your quest for love. Are you clinging to the idea that you must be in a specific state to attract your ideal partner? Are you holding on to beliefs about what love should look like or how it should manifest in your life? Just notice. As you examine these thoughts and feelings, try to see them as temporary visitors, temporary arisings, rather than defining aspects of who you are. Recognize that they come and go. Yet, there is something within you that remains constant and unchanging. And this is the loving, empowered self that is the very essence of your being. So as you examine these thoughts and feelings, just see them as temporary visitors. Realize that they are not permanent. notice again what is constant and unchanging. What is that essence of your being, that God self? Next, just start being more open and curious towards your experiences, rather than trying to control or manipulate your thoughts and feelings to fit a particular state. Allow them to be as they are. Welcome them. Observe them. And let them flow through you without judgment or resistance. That's what they want to do anyway. They're not interested in staying. So as you immerse yourself in this approach, you'll likely notice a shift in your assumptions and perceptions. You'll start to see that the true source of love, security, and connection is not found in the fleeting states you've been chasing. Instead, it's already present within you, waiting to be discovered, waiting for you to embrace it. So when you recognize your infinite loving nature, you'll find that your quest for the perfect romantic relationship, it takes on a whole new meaning. So instead of looking for someone to complete you or validate your worth now, you'll understand that you're already whole, already deserving of love and connection, just as you are. And from this place of being aware of your thoughts, of your self-awareness, you feel empowered. You'll naturally draw in relationships that align with your true self. You won't need to force or manipulate your experiences to fit a specific state. Rather, you'll effortlessly rest or embody the secure state of feeling loved and seen without having to try so hard, without trying to willpower or discipline your way through it to wear your desired state like a second skin. So the key to manifesting a truly fulfilling romantic relationship lies not in perfecting a specific state, but in recognizing and embracing the infinite loving God self that you are beyond all states. Because states come and go. So by letting go of the need to control and manipulate your thoughts and feelings, you'll tap into the boundless essence of love that you are. You'll tap into the connection that you already are. This is your true nature. This is your God self. And from this empowered place, the relationships that naturally arise will be more aligned with your authentic self, more satisfying, and more deeply connected than you ever imagined possible. So before we go any further, if you are ready to rest in your empowered God self, from where your desires manifest, check out my Love Boldly 2.0 course linked in the description below and in the comments below. Now, coming back to this, what I want you to know is that you experience love when the sense of separation or duality between you and the other person dissolves. So when you're feeling secure and resting in love, you see your partner and others in a new light, without the usual mental chatter that, divides and judges. In other words, without a dualistic mind. It's like you've switched from black and white TV to Technicolor. Everything feels more harmonious, more vibrant, and at some point you might fall into an insecure state. You might fall into an insecure state because you're used to slipping in and out of states of being. The dualistic mind, which is the mental chatter, returns now associating love with a specific set of circumstances, a lover and a loved one, a giver and a receiver. As a result, it creates a story about the origins of love. In this case, it places loving gestures on a pedestal, like text with the right kind of emojis. I did this. Verbal apologies, the right kind of praise, and many more. So, due to insecurity born from identifying with the story of the origins of love, you begin to desire love from false sources, that is, objective experiences. That is, these different gestures in this person, because you're living off a false sense of reality. You naturally feel crushed or devastated when you stop receiving these loving gestures. So to earn this love back, what do? You turn towards another person. Now, usually, that's what we do. So you constantly text, leave them a dozen missed calls from the space, explain too much to keep the peace, and interpret another's busyness as a personal attack, where you feel neglected, undervalued, or overlooked. Or you may indulge in more manifesting or healing techniques, reading more posts, binge watching TV, or activities to soothe yourself. So you perform and strive to gain others' approval to reach love from your insecure state. So when you receive a text now from the person you love, you feel as if you have tasted love for the first time again, because you're like, finally, I got a text. Temporarily, the sense of separation fades. The cycle continues, manifesting inconsistent results. You must recognize the correct source of ever-present love to break the cycle. So how do you do that? Here's how you start doing that. Consider these guided pause questions. What is present before all thoughts, feelings, and perceptions? Just notice. What does not come and go if these experiences come and go? What's the only thing that doesn't come and go? Lean into the answers. Notice how they make you feel. Do not stress about holding on to a particular feeling. Your answers will either be an I or I am, or plain silence. Rest here for a few moments. From this place, you can once again affirm or imagine your desired outcome or an imaginal scene once. Notice how there's no urgency, because your desire now is a part of your fulfilled nature of I am or God self already. Now, if you want more help with this, you can always reach out to me for one-on-one coaching sessions. You can email me at hello@anilareddy.com, and I'll see you in the next one.